on camera. Alright, let's go. So right off the bat, we see Rook going right first. On top of that, Lucy, the Phantasm is going to be used, and the Panic is not going to connect. So already a lot of pressure is going to waste on the red team side, as Rook is going to connect the counter. He's going to be able to get right on top of that play background once again. Other side there, I'm not entirely sure what that one was for. Probably wanting to reposition towards the middle as the orb is respawning, actually making use of that somewhat, and the Wolf will connect as well. They actually get a little bit of damage on top of that Rook there, thanks to a great Deli injection from the Lucy. But it looks like so far Red Team's actually doing better at holding that pressure. The damage differential already down at 10% in favor of the Red Team. It looks like the Fortress C comp is doing well so far. The Jumong is able to apply a lot of pressure, actually single-handedly forcing the other side on that Paloma there, and the counter from Varesh going to waste. In the meantime, Rook in a really bad spot, but Lucy is as well. Varesh is just free M2ing her, resetting after reset, and Lucy just got melted 100-0 by that Varesh, and the Rook capitalizing at the end there to focus the very last bits of HP that were required. So it looked like they were doing a great job for the very first few seconds of that round, actually holding the pressure quite well and actually getting a decent HP advantage. Nevertheless, it just takes one mistake, as you saw there, and the Varesh Rook are just going to burn you to the ground. Really good play from Will right there, making great use of that M2 reset, securing the kill for his team. And there goes the first round in favor of Blue Team. After Pion dies. There you go. There goes the first round in favor of Blue Team.
I understand it.
It's gonna be silent between the rounds because I don't do color. I could, but I'm not very good at it. I do play-by-play. Alright, welcome back. This is what I'm talking about. Action, 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 action. A little bit of a shaky start there as Paloma was not completely in range there, and actually Turkle able to land the first panic of the match right on top of that Rook, pushing him back. The pressure though from that Varesh on top of the Jumong, forcing a lot of cooldowns from that Paloma. The Phantasm and the Pixie was expanded, and he's still taking 2 damage. Varesh just being a monster right now. Jumong having a really hard time, and there goes the armor break proc as well. Gonna have to be careful there. Finally it's gonna get off, and he wants to try and get the orb from them, and not able to do so as the Blue Team's gonna be able to connect that one. And now Jumong getting stuck in a corner, and the Judgment proc is there, and Rook goes in, and another Judgment proc gets applied. Armor break is on, and there goes the final M2 from Varesh to secure the kill. Jumong just getting mongoed from start to the end there. Nothing you can do once you're behind on cooldowns versus a Varesh Rook, and it's exactly what happened there. Unfortunate for him. And the big host from Ubur. Thanks for the host, buddy. Welcome to the stream. Sounds pretty good. Alright, round 3 and 2-0 is this score for the more balanced team comp on the blue side, as once again Rook wants to go in, but a great priority potion is going to negate most of that pretty early on. The barrier haste is going to get used to great efficiency here to get out of that shatter, and also repositioning away from the Rook. Roll will be used, and he does have the haste. Actually is able to walk out of that Varesh M2 as well, but Varesh is still going to be putting on the pressure on top of the Lucy. Neither team's right now really looking to go for the orb. Blue team will potentially reposition here to finally go and reset towards the center, and finally they'll be able to connect that and allow the HP differential in favor of the red team a little bit, as the pressure on Rook is just a little bit too much to be able to get healed back up. The Ancestral Spirit's not going to get much value, and in the meantime Varesh is able to apply some damage on top of that Lucy. Actually goes right in on top of Paloma, gets panicked away. Varesh completely out of position right now. Probably going to be needing another side eventually if he wants to reposition. There goes the fully charged Dragon Slayer right on his face, and now the counter goes to waste as well. Lots of pressure being applied onto the Varesh, and the other side right now, what is expanded for herself onto the Paloma. They're going to be able to reset into neutral though, so that's good for them, but they're still sitting behind 20% HP right now as Rook tries to reinitiate on top of the Lucy, going for good damage. The barrier gets expanded, and there goes the ultimate from Arcadian, getting one proc on top of the Lucy, and the second and the third will not connect. In the meantime, German was able to try and duel Lucy away, but the response from Varesh is there. Look at the damage he's able to apply. There goes the combined powers, but it gets completely denied from a great panic from Grounded Peon, and Will the Beast now still sitting on a full ultimate, but getting forced back all the way on the corner of the map as the Ancestral Spirit gets channeled there. Does not get much value but he does heal himself back up. Rook wants to go in right now, but there goes a great Plum ultimate. That one will connect, and great damage being applied. The other side being just a little bit too late. They do have the map positioning right now to do it, to connect that orb, and they will be able to do just that, but they need to get a kill ASAP. Great M2 from Arcadian right there to dodge that Lucy panic. The cancel was not there, but great damage from Jumong on the other side to try and connect the kill on top of Paloma. She goes with the invisible other side to get it back on top of the Jumong, but it's not quite enough because in the meantime, Short and Deadly actually falling right as it comes out of the other side, and now looks like a 3 versus 1 situation, pretty much unwinnable for Arcadian, and finally Red Team is going to be able to get their first round of the match, getting on the scoreboard. 2-1 is the score.
We smile with the faceless.
I know how he's going for like this big ass DPS build, like red trap, red seeker, red space, red Q, and stun on M2. Kagyahime? Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. As we get right back into it, 2-1 is the score in favor of the blue team right now. Round 4. Varesh is going to pretty much go for the front line, and Rook's going to do his thing with the Lucy. This time around, though, he gets a decent combo right before the barrier connects. Able to land a little bit of true health, just a tiny bit. And they're retaliating pretty well on top of the Rook, though. A great barrier from the Varesh is going to get some of the damage, but nevertheless, he still falls pretty low in terms of max health, already down to 60%-ish as they try and reposition towards the orb. Looks like they'll be able to connect that. M1 from Paloma will secure that one, as Lucy is forced to roll away. The positioning was not optimal, and Will right now trying to apply the pressure on top of the Lucy. The other side gets forced away from grounded Pian, and so does the one from Short and Deadly. He's actually going to reposition and connect the panic rather on top of that Jumong. Great Prowl though to negate that rush from, and now they have a pretty good opportunity to try and negate some damage onto the Rook, but it looks like they're not really able to because the pressure from Paloma is just a little bit too much, and Lucy is pretty much single-handedly falling to that Paloma and Rook combination thanks to that armor break, and now down to almost a quarter. And blue team still able to connect that orb regardless of the positioning that they had right there. Paloma's gonna space right on top of that Lucy. The panic connects, and so does the Rook ultimate. Wow, what a combo on top of Turkle. Didn't expect that one. He's going to fall pretty quickly, and blue team will secure that third round. Thanks, Dope. That's what I'm good at. Hype. That's all I'm good at. I don't do analysis, I don't do color, I don't do funny stuff, I don't do witty stuff. I do hype, play-by-play. That's my trademark right there. For the rest, ask Rooks, ask ITF. But on my own, I can't do like... I can do the game, that's it, right? Who cares though, it's fun. 3-1 is the score. Welcome back everyone. Blue team leading with quite a healthy advantage. Great panic right off the bat from Turkletown is going to connect on Arcadian, pushing him all the way back while the ranged arc dueling each other. And it looks like Jumong does have the upper end in that first trade. Wildebeest lost a little bit of true health there as they finally try and reinitiate on top of that Lucy, forcing the roll. Great panic though from Short is going to push him back. The clarity goes to waste as Jumong's applied great pressure on top of Short and Deadly. In the meantime though, Wildebeest answering in Kype on top of August 21. Great damage being applied from Will right there, and looks like a duel is going into favor of that Varesh. In the meantime, Arc trying to 1v2 as well, as both teams finally going to try and reposition towards into neutral, but Lucy's positioning is a little bit awkward right now. Arc is just pretty much single-handedly trailing her by his own, and in the meantime, the other two are pretty much dueling each other. Kind of awkward positioning this round as Groudon Piet is going to be the next target of choice, and what the hell damage burst was that? We had Judgment. Thanks to Will, then the rush and the armor break came in, and Paloma just pressed R and completely bursted grounded P onto the ground, down to half pretty quickly into this round, and now looks like Jumong's the next target of choice. Grounded PN is going to get rushed on. Great double run of arrows though, and they're retaliating in kind on top of Arc, bringing him down to a quarter. It could still go either way, folks. This round is really close. And either team is pretty much looking for a hard punish on someone. Looks like it might be Varesh. Varesh has absolutely no cooldowns right now. Will they go onto him? The panic goes down and actually going to force him away because Arc went in and pushed the rest of the team away. The Ancestral Spirit is not going to do much. Looks like they're going to get a little bit of a combo onto Lucia, but a great Q is going to push him away, and he's going to be able to R right out of that. There goes the fully charged Dragon Slayer, but it goes right into Will's counter. That's a full bar of energy to waste as Arc goes in with a pretty low amount of health here. Yeah, he changes, and wisely, his mind and returns towards the center of the map, and Red Team actually stealing the orb because of a Ghost Wolf actually coming in right under their nose and taking that one home. This could be huge for this round, but their positioning is a little bit awkward right now. They're all sitting in this choke. They need to move out, but look at the damage on top of Rook, almost getting it with that deadly injection, but Grounded is pretty low as well, and there goes the burst from Varesh to connect the kill on top of that, and now the combined powers is going to do massive damage, and the silence follow-up from Wildebeest. Solid round from him right here. Single-handedly taking this round home for his team, and 4-1 is going to be the score. Whew. Need the water.
In time, a glimpse.
Alright, this is match point for blue team. They actually have 4 rounds to take this one home, so they should pretty much safely do so, because they've been playing that comp pretty well, and it looks like the double support is not working as well as it should be. What the hell is going on right now? Turkle is pretty much walking in front of the Rook, trying to apply pressure onto the backline. He's going to wisely rotate with that other side, but a lot of cooldowns were expended during that trade, and now Jumong is forced to use Prowl for himself as well to try and get out of that one. In the meantime, they're retaliating on top of that Lucy on the bottom side. The barrier, though, the Petrify rather, will come out and try and negate some of that pressure, but a great armor break is going to push him right on top of that Judgment from Wildebeest, and great damage being applied onto Paloma, but Grounded PN is doing work to try and keep him up with that Pixie and that Phantasm. Only down to half right now, so it's still comeback able for them, if that's even a word. But look at the positioning from Jumong right now. Really, really awkward. The Prowl gets expanded. He has nothing right now. The other side will have to be expanded, or he will fall, but there goes the rush. Will go right through, and now Jumong trying to reposition and try and duel this Varesh away, but I don't think he's going to be able to do so, and the cooldowns are not available right now. Looks like Jumong will fall. Yes, he will. Nothing was available. The positioning just not for him right now. The other team just pushing him out away from his supports. And man, what a clean round. 5-1, actually locking this one down really convincingly.